Let's rank the albums by nasty old Korn, shall we? Nasty in a good way and a bad way. Korn are my 99th favorite band. That's a pretty interesting spot to place to be, right? Worst to best Korn albums. Let's play. Number 14, we got a lot of albums to go through, right? The Serenity of Suffering is coming in at the bottom at number 14. It's got an awful album cover. The lyrics are just bad and simply just garbage songs sprawled all over the place. And this album cover, made by Ron English, who's usually doing really great work, like Korn, makes the most eyeball-piercing thing I've ever seen in my life. This album, The Serenity of Suffering, it is suffering. Terrible gibberish nonsense album. I hate it. Number 13, The Paradigm Shift, which is already much, much better. A huge step up from The Serenity of Suffering. Spike in My Veins has some interesting sounds going on there. But beyond that one track, I'm not really grooving to the shift that Korn and their Paradigm, their Perennium or whatever, are going in. It's bad. It's bad. The Paradigm Shift is bad. Moving on to the number 12th best Korn album is Untitled from 2007. Evolution and Hold On are pretty good. I could put those on too, but man, I would much rather go to some really, really good Korn music that we're going to be talking about later in the video. They do have some amazing albums, some really rocking songs, but we're still splashing through the muck here at the 12th best, Untitled. Very, very not good. Number 11, The Path of Totality. Now, I don't want to keep saying, we're going up. We're just better and better. The Path of Totality was a bold move on the band's part, on Korn's part. Narcissistic Cannibal is kind of a banger. Get Up is decent. I like that they wanted to do something different that was not what people expected with this one, but the dubstep and electronica elements, they're not integrated into the songs in any meaningful way. Path of Totality just sounds like more of Korn's Untitled record with sounds layered on top of that, and it doesn't quite land. It's just like a continuation of Untitled with some DJs on top of it. So it could have been wildly different than Korn sound and been better because of it. But the Path of Totality is not what they did here. They haven't been shifting. They haven't been going in a path of totality. But let's go on to the 11th best Korn album. No, Path of Totality was the 11th. Now we're going on to the 10th. The 10th best Korn album is Korn 3, Remember Who You Are. Korn streamlined their sound on Remember Who You Are, and I really enjoy Let the Guilt Go and the deluxe bonus track called Trapped Under the Stairs, which actually contains the title of the album, which is pretty cool. I'm finding that a lot of album titles are pulled or culled from songs that didn't make the album, which is interesting. Yeah, I got Twisted Transistor stuck in my brain, just do. But it's still a whiles away on this list, I'm just telling you. Number 9 best Korn album is going to Requiem from 2022, despite having Korn's worst album cover since Serenity of the Ugly album art. Requiem has some muscly, successful songs like Lost in the Grandeur, and it's the band's shortest album to date, but there is no wasted time in the track list. There's some popular songs and lots of heaviness and emotion and rage against selfishness and disconnection and selfishness and all the baggage that JD can carry onto an album airport. So Requiem, it's a pretty good late era Korn album, if I do say so myself. Number 8, and this one probably for normal people with hair and right-handed and all, people not like me. Life is Peachy is probably higher on your list, but it's my 8th favorite Korn album. And now, we're already into the upper echelon. So Korn are a good band. I'm not going to be hating on them too much anymore. Um, Korn rock. Life is Peachy has Good God, Twist, Adidas, the Chino features. Gotta get the funk out of my face. No! Life is Peachy. Life is Peachy. When you listen to Life is Peachy. Number 7, Follow the Leader. Follow the Leader is a unique Follow the Leader is a unique album with Fred Durst, Ice Cube, and Slim Kid 3 features, all raging along to JD's Torment. Children of the Corn sounds like some other famous Korn songs. Either one or it sounds like at least 3 different Korn songs stitched together. But man, Follow the Leader is a solid listen for most of the hopscotch board as you go through the entire 1998 project. It's got 2 of the band's best songs, and the rest of the 14 tracks, the 14 cuts, are pretty darn solid. So Follow the Leader at 7th place. We've already got a solid album at 7th place. Number 6, we got Issues from 1999. We got Trash, Falling Away From Me, Make Me Bad, Somebody Someone, Hey Daddy. Just about every song on Issues is good or better than good. I'm Going Crazy could have been omitted from the album in my opinion. It's gosh pooping. It's a gosh pooping interlude. And it makes me go crazy when stupid musicians make interludes. Never record an interlude. Have you, oh my God, interludes are the enemy of good music. Only Bad Religion, System of a Down, and that's it. Those are the only bands allowed to make interludes. Never make interludes. System of a Down did it right. They actually had lyrics to their intro. Intro or interludes. They're fucking trash. Fuck! I was going to talk about interludes and intros and hinderludes for like the next 55 minutes of the video, but we don't have that kind of time. 5th best Korn album is Korn from 1994. So the self-titled, so they got self-titled and untitled. This is the self-titled Korn. This debut blasted the band into existence with the glorious Blind, one of the band's most classic songs. Then we got Chutes and Ladders, Daddy, an insanely artistic debut from a then very fresh era of Korn. Knick, knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone, indeed. Mary had a little lamb, indeed. Indeed, sir. With your bagpipes and your sexy microphone stand. All day we're in the top 4. We are in the top 4. We're at the top 4 Korn records. Number 4, and these are the ones I really could not live without, these top 4 Korn records. Number 4, See You on the Other Side from 2005. I think I downloaded most of See You on the Other Side on iTunes back in 2005, and what a wise purchase. Twisted Transistor seems like a song that I would be obsessed with, and I was, and all other Korn fans would be like, this is horrible. Why is it so goofy? Is that true? Tell me in the comments. Politics is just different enough and feels fresh for the band. Coming Undone is one song that I am okay with having a ton of remixes because them Franchise Boys and Coming Undone with it, oh my God. Now we're in the top 3. 3rd best Korn album is Take a Look in the Mirror from 2003. Take a Look in the Mirror Has some of the greatest songs that Korn have ever recorded. I could easily take this one to the top of my list any other day. Right Now is a song I put on when I absolutely need to release the rage and the hate and the anger and the violence of my soul. If you ever want to make somebody feel bad when you're driving in a car with them, just put Right Now on repeat and keep glancing at them angrily every time you switch it back. They will get the message. They will cry. And you will hurt them deeply. I actually did that and I feel bad about it. I'm sorry, Smashley. The singles Did My Time, Everything I've Known, those are perfect. And Y'all Want a Single is unhinged and hilarious. Usually when two artists I love get together, the results aren't as good as the bands are separately, but Korn and Nas, they get to groove on Play Me. They played me like a harp or a banjo, and I heard banjos. Take a look in the mirror. I like it a lot. It's a really good. 2003 was a great year for music, guys. All the packaging was great. All the hit songs, the rappers, the pop singers, everybody was just having a blast in 2003. Now I'm getting drunk off coffee. Inside you, twisted transistor. Oh boy, we're at the top 2 now. We're at my second favorite Korn album. I think for a long time, this one was my number 1, but it's since been replaced by a pretty recent Korn album. You're going to be surprised. Number 2, my second favorite Korn record from 2002 is Untouchables. I was going to mispronounce it, but I just like this album too much. Korn's most explicit album to date, at least in terms of obscenity, spread over every track has an E beside it. So you got to get so you could potentially find a different version of every song, right? There's a lot of F words from Jonathan, so good job, Jonathan Davis. But be it cursing or slurs, it's a lot. There's a lot of F words, slurs included. And just like Take a Look in the Mirror, Untouchables is a Korn album that gives me exactly what I wanted from Korn. Exactly how I want them to sound. Take a Look in the Mirror and Untouchables, if the band were to stop being creative, I would want them to just churn out those kind of albums all the time. From Here to Stay to the remix of the same song hidden at the end of the track list of the album, even on the streaming version. So it's like it's a secret track even in streaming. Good job, Korn. I've always favored Thoughtless over Here to Stay because I'm a hipster like that. Sometimes even getting those songs mixed up. Is that just me? Alone I Break is a highlight of an album that's every song is a highlight in my opinion, and you can feel a tension between the band members in these songs. Fieldy was being an unbearable, drugged-out demon man during the recording of Untouchables, and the band considered firing him, but they just got fired up instead. I can't control myself, I hate you! Telling you, man. Just like anytime you see somebody, just crank that song up and just mean mug them. Mean mug them, man. Right now, I can't control myself. I'll f*** you. You open your mouth again. I swear I'm gonna break it. Shut up! That song is just cathartic. Cathartic. I think I might exercise to that today. I might just like freak out. You guys ever just like when you're at home by yourself, just like in your underwear dancing on top of the couch and on top of the end tables, just letting your hair hang low? Does it wobble to the floor? And now I'm dizzy. The number 1 best Korn album of all time, Space and Coffee. It's from 2019, and it is called The Nothing. The Nothing really surprised me in 2019. Korn's 5 albums released between 2007 and 2016, they really made me not trust the quality of Korn albums. With Untitled 3, Totality, Paradigm Shift, and Suffering being so unbalanced and lackluster, kind of being at the beginning of this list, right? Or like the bottom of my list. I was blown away by every song on the Nothing. Just, wow. Just lanced through my ears. Every song front to back. You'll Never Find Me, The Darkness is Revealing, the album cover. They got an amazing album cover for this one before getting someone to puke out that ugly Requiem one. Vomit gets sung about on The Loss. I really like the Vomit lyrics. Jonathan Davis's feelings of loss and grief are tangible and just kind of like, while you're listening to the song, they're just like that. Interacting with your chemical balances, just making you feel it while you're listening to it. The really gnarly feelings on this record, especially Jonathan's grief, is like an interactable, tangible being that's living in this record. Like that shape on the cover, it's like it gets inside of you. This album has a heart dripped in agony, trying too hard, being too kind. It's shockingly great for a 2019 Korn album. It's a perfect Korn record in 2019. Faith renewed in Korn, moving forward. Can you hear them? And can they top this one as they gear up for Korn 15? Some of the band members, some of the guys indicated that Korn 15 would come out in 2024, but it never materialized, which is a good sign that we'll at least hear a single or something before 2025 is over with. Go to Twister Transistor. Buy this t-shirt, man. I need $25 to buy coffee. You could also, buy me a coffee.